week ago I've bought this small camera with Leica glass, and I've used it for days and days in a row to see what this small camera with a small sensor but with Leica glass is capable. And I'm amazed with the results and with what this camera is able to do, and at what great price. And I want to share with you my results and why you should get this camera if you want a small good quality camera on you for an everyday carry camera. Let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Tudor Matescu and I like to talk about photography tips and tricks and great cameras. So if you are in content like this, please subscribe now to my channel, because you'll see more content like this. So give it a like, give it a subscribe, and let's get to the subject. Why this small camera? So, the name of this camera is Lumix LX100 MKII, and don't think that you know what this camera is able to do. Don't think that you know, because you must use it and you must experience it to really understand this camera. This Lumix LX100 MKII has a Lumix f1.7 24mm to 75mm equivalent zoom, f1.7 to f2.8. But what is important is that this lens is a Leica branded lens, but it's not just for selling and for marketing. I am feeling here the Leica bite. I am feeling here the Leica micro contrast. I am feeling here the Leica depth of field, the blurriness, that melted blurriness. Yes, it's a lens on a micro four thirds sensor, but you still retain the Leica characteristics of a lens. You still retain it. So for an everyday carry camera where you want to shoot your kids, your family, or when you want to take some snaps on the streets or some good portraits, this camera, it is suitable for that. If you know how to use it, you'll obtain great images regarding portraits, but also regarding street photography and documentary photography, and also macro photography. So the lens is able to do it all with AF, with fast AF, also at the macro end, but also at the tail end. So the lens is great. I'm totally loving it. I feel this lens is greater than my 20mm f1.7 Lumix lens, than my other micro four thirds lenses like 25mm f1.8 Olympus lens, and so on. So this is a micro four thirds lens capable to replace lots of lenses. So this is taking me to the next key point. This is a zoom lens, and lots of users complained about the fact that this zoom lens is hard to use. Yes, it's hard to use if you don't set it up. So this camera has lots of functions, and one of these functions is called step zoom. So what this step zoom is doing? This step zoom is helping you zoom the lens in focal lenses. So you have indication on the screen from 24mm to 28mm to 35mm field of view, to 50 to 70 and to 75mm field of view. So the zoom in this mode, step zoom, is working great. Yes, it may not be fast as a normal zoom, as a zoom that is not a powered zoom, but we'll get why this is an advantage. So if you know how to use a zoom, you'll be okay with this power zoom. And this is taking me to the next point. Being a power zoom, you can zoom in your videos with this camera, but more than that, this zoom is a parfocal zoom from what I saw in my videos. So you are able to zoom in, keeping the subject in the center of your frame. So this is a great camera for taking videos and B-rolls for your YouTube videos or for your family memories and so on, or for your vacation, because the zoom, it is so nice, so smooth, and keeping the subject in the center of your frame in 4K good quality video with IBIS. Great great. And what is this? What is this? This is a small flash. This is a small flash. And I've just tested it out and I'm amazed how good it is. It has an on-off switch, so manual switch, and also a lock mechanism, so you will not drop it. So it is very easy to put this flash on your camera, push it, and the zoom it is locked. The zoom it is locked. So you will not drop it. If you want to use the zoom, switch it to on. Switch it to on. Take pictures and then close it. This flash is very, very portable. It's more portable than my other flash, the Godox Lux Junior. So, and it doesn't need extra batteries. And I've tested this zoom and it is strong. You have +3 flash compensation. +3 flash compensation with this small zoom that also, as you can see, it is raised. So this means the flash will not hit the lens. So great flash for your LX100 that will do the job for that days when you want to use a flash. The next reason, that is a big reason for me and probably it can be for you too, is that this camera can record 4K videos while shooting RAW plus JPEGs pictures. So let's say you are in a vacation and you can shoot with the screen, also with the screen, pictures RAW plus JPEG or just JPEG depending on your settings. So you'll have 4K good quality videos and images in JPEG and RAW files. This is huge if you are a YouTuber, a vlogger, or if you just want to document how to take pictures, and if you don't want to use a GoPro. Why use a GoPro when you can record video with IBIS at 4K quality and also shoot pictures? So if you want to teach other people to take pictures on the street or in the nature, you don't need to carry with you lots of cameras. With one camera you can do it all. So 4K good quality video with parfocal zoom plus RAW and JPEG. Is this crazy or what? This is Ricoh GRIII and I've made a special video why I like this camera. I will link it at the end of this video. But the idea what I want to get is that one of the features of Ricoh GRIII is the screen. You can use the camera and touch to shoot in snap focus mode. So you can take snaps using the screen. And I was amazed how good is Ricoh GRIII with the screen. Good. But I've tested this Lumix LX100 Mark II on the streets with the screen. It worked flawlessly with AF. And the AF of this camera with the screen is better than the AF of Ricoh GRIII. So if you are a guy or girl who wants to get a decisive moment, you can use the screen to take pictures. So the screen is working great for that moments where you don't want to use the shutter button. Again, a great point for this. Also, you can customize the shutter button to take pictures just at a lightly press. So great camera to be set it up in all kinds of way like Ricoh GRIII. So all is great, but what about image quality? Tell me what is with the image quality. This lens is the secret of this image quality. The JPEGs are good if you know to set it up, and you have, like on a Fujifilm cameras, options to customize the JPEGs, contrast level, sharpness, noise reduction, white balance shift, and so on. You can get some great JPEGs, color JPEGs straight from this camera because Lumix is working close to Leica and they have that Leica colors, they Leica tonalities, even in a Micro Four Thirds camera. So great JPEGs and also great black and white toned JPEGs. L Mono D, great for street photography. I'm really loving it. But let's get to the interesting part, the RAW files. Well, I've edited the RAW files. I've looked at the RAW files. I'm a heavy Lumix GX9 owner and user. I've used at least 2 years just Lumix GX9 with different Lumix lenses and Olympus lenses. And I must tell you, this sensor and lens, it is better, a little better than Lumix GX9 with different lenses, because again the Leica glass and the dynamic range, and all these goodies are working great on this camera. The noise is also like on GX9 and other sensors from that generation, but it's good. I'm really loving it. I'm able to get better images with this lens at different focal lenses that I'm able to get with Lumix GX9. So for all my small micro four thirds lenses, this lens paired with this sensor, it's a dream come true. It's a dream come true. The only thing that I'm missing is of course the tilt screen, but being a small camera, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that compromise regarding portability and image quality. The next point is that you have tons of functions, buttons, and of customization controls that are really helping you get the most out of this camera. This can be a vlogging camera, a documentary camera, a street photography camera, documentary camera for your family, for your trips, and so on. So great ergonomics and function buttons. You can do lots of stuff with this camera. It's a very powerful camera if you will dig in the menus and if you will set it up. So great, totally great. And now the last point, batteries. Well, the batteries are great. Just 2 batteries are sufficient for this camera. It really depends how much you will use it. If you record video, if you use flash and so on. But with flash, recording videos and taking lots of pictures, 2 batteries were enough. So you really don't need more than 2 batteries for normal use with this camera. So in conclusion, as you can see, I really like this camera. There are just 2 things that I don't like, but they are workable solution. The first thing that I don't like is the control ring. This ring, because how I said, this camera has lots of functions, buttons and rings on it, can be easily bumped if you have a big hand. Because this camera is again a small camera. So the solution is that you can deactivate the function of this ring. So even if you'll bump it, you'll have no problems because the ring will not change settings. The next thing that I dislike is the fact that I don't have a tilt screen, and this was my main reason why I didn't bought Lumix LX100 and I bought Lumix GX9 at that moment. But the goodies that are on Lumix LX100 Mark II completely changed my mind about it. Yes, you don't have a tilt screen, but being a small camera is easily to be shot without a tilt screen. Yes, a tilt screen, it is helpful, but if you know and if you will learn photography and if you learn your focal lenses and your lens, you'll be able to compose without the tilt screen. And the best way to take pictures is through the EVF or the optical viewfinder if you have one. So a great camera. The tilt screen is totally not a deal breaker. You learn to use this camera without the tilt screen because being small and easy to be maneuvered, you will see the screen. So no worries regarding the tilt screen. Please subscribe now for more videos, and also please be sure to check my other videos about photography tips and tricks and photography gear. Thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.